What is up, everybody? I am Ant, and I'm joined by my good friends and co-hosts. Y'all introduce yourselves.
Tyler Peters, and I'll let the other co-host introduce himself. But glad to join you, gentlemen, and talk some more wrestling.
Yes.
From wrestling. Carlos Caribbean cool, keeping it from the Caribbean.
Keeping it cool in the Caribbean with Carlos.
Very nice.
C. Except for the K. Well, no, the keeping it will be a C too. So while Carlos is keeping it cool in the Caribbean, we are all keeping it cool together, and we are here to cover the NXT Halloween Havoc 2022. They call it the premium live event. I call it pay-per-view. I'm gonna keep calling it pay-per-view. I don't care. Premium
to me,
live
it's
event.
the same.
Remember, pay-per-view would be like $60. Like I would only get like the special ones when I was a kid.
Yeah, but premium live event sounds like a fucking type of fucking sex fucking lube or something. God. Premium live event. Like, okay, great. Let's go.
I mean, Peacock's only like $5 a month to watch all that.
You learn something all the time, and that got a big grin. I wasn't expecting that kind of turn there, and wow. Now when I'm watching the premium live events, that's going to be the image in my head.
Yeah.
I'm teasing. That was very hilarious, very clever.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Tyler.
No, it was. Seriously, we all could use a laugh, and who knows what's in our thought process right now. It's talking about needing some rebooking, repackaging, but I digress.
I got a really weird snap that a friend just sent me. I'm so sorry to tell you guys this, and I'm just trying to figure out what it is. And it's Bella Thorne just standing there at a music. What is it?
Oh, Bella Thorne. She's a talented actress.
What's happening? I'm just confused though. Why did I get that? It had nothing. I'm so sorry. I was listening, and then it's because I knew. Never mind.
It happens. Hey, we all get distractions.
Oh my goodness.
Bella Thorne has actually done a run-in. Is what's happened.
Bella Thorne has probably done some fucking Playboy too, or some sort of escapades because she got brought up right now. Here's the deal. So
she did.
I think so.
Excuse me, just a minute. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah. So we're pieces of shit, and it's okay. So
it's uncensored.
It is totally uncensored. So we're watching NXT Halloween Havoc 2022, and Shotzi and Quincy Elliott come out and welcome us to the show. Pretty cool,
if you say so.
Can't hate.
I have my certain opinions about that one guy, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Oh,
coming in hot is Caribbean cool.
Come on, man! Ratings. Let's go, sir. Okay, I feel you. Okay. Well, the NXT North American Championship is on the line in a special ladder match. The competitors for this match are Nathan Fraser. Is it Fraser or Fraser?
Fraser.
It's Fraser.
Yeah, Fraser.
Okay.
Nathan Fraser, Oro Mensa, Wesley Von Wagner, and he has Mr. Stone with him. And last but not least, Carmelo Hayes with Trick Williams, and he don't miss.
He never.
No,
misses.
he does not.
He's awesome. Great.
So let's cover some of and just sort of a little debriefing here. Carlos, I think this is fair to say you have been watching NXT more than Tyler and I, correct?
I've been getting back into it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we're kind of coming at this with more of a fresh. For me, when I was watching this, I didn't know who Oro Mensa was. I had never seen him.
Oro Mensa, isn't he the? So no, I didn't know who he was. That's the only one who I didn't know who he was. He was the one with the dreads, right? With the long black, with the dreads.
Yeah, the longer hair, but I still didn't recognize him.
He's the only guy I didn't know who he was, but everybody else I recognized.
Yeah, I knew
there's this one guy, the one that Seth Rollins trained. That he graduated from his wrestling school. I forgot his name, but
that's Frazier, right? Is that not him?
Mm-hmm. He graduated from Seth Rollins' school. Yeah, he's probably very proud of him. He's probably very proud of him.
I'll probably have to watch more of Frazier to see.
He's good though. He has similar he has a similar vibe to what Rollins was doing when he was in NXT, running down to the ring. He has kind of a similar theme song too. But he was trained by Rollins. He went to NXT.
Well, that's good training because Seth Rollins is a former Money in the Bank winner, and this is a ladder match, so maybe a Seth
guy has
gave him some
Why
tips.
not? Yeah,
he definitely has potential.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about the match here. So Wesley starts with a super kick to Carmelo Hayes to start. Frazier nails a diving splash to the opponents outside of the ring. Frazier then sends Hayes face first into the ladder. Wesley kicks a ladder onto Von Wagner's chest. Wagner nails a big boot to Lee, and then Wagner power bombs Nathan Frazier onto a ladder, which was interesting to see them already, power bombing people through ladders and shit. First moment of the night. Oro Mensah nails a lion salt to Nathan Frazier on top of a ladder. Carmelo Hayes leg drops Oro Mensah's from the ropes onto a ladder. Trick William then pushes Mensah off the ladder, and Mensah dives onto the opponents outside of the ring. Wagner then sets up a big ladder across the ring and railing. And that poor lady in the audience, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see her. She almost got taken out by that ladder. She backed all the way up.
No, she did.
I thought we all the way up.
A little bit more than just Halloween Havoc, some lawsuits for a little bit.
Whoa, she was and the security was like, whoa, like she was fast.
Wagner is such a bad. I don't like saying he's very boring. Stale bread, freaking can't. What's like watching paint dry. He's
I feel that way about Omos.
I don't know. I think I could fucking tolerate Omos, but Wagner, I don't know. He's terrible.
Okay.
He's just big. He just got. That's it. Like he can't cut a fucking promo. I don't know. He just sucks.
What does Omos even fucking talk though? To be quite honest,
no, he's got.
True. Okay, so let's keep going. You're right. You win that one. Fair. Touche. Okay, so Frazier frog splashes Von Wagner through a ladder, which I'm sure Carlos is happy about.
He's got to be ecstatic about that.
Yep.
I stopped liking him once he tried turning on Kyle O'Reilly, then Kyle O'Reilly caught him. Then that's like no. That's not cool.
That is not. He ain't playing. Don't fuck with Kyle O'Reilly. I like Kyle O'Reilly too.
I like him, really.
So Wagner launches Wesley onto the announce table from the ring. That was pretty crazy. Mensah and Frazier push a ladder onto Von Wagner's face. Hayes tosses Mensah off a ladder. Carmelo Hayes climbs. Wesley scales the ladder and then punches Hayes off. Hayes and Wesley blow one. Whoa, hello. They nail. Whoa. They punch one another on top of the ladder, and Wesley nails knees to the face of Carmelo Hayes, and then Wesley climbs the ladder and grabs the title. And Wesley is your new NXT North American champion. Fans chant, you deserve it. Let me throw it to Carlos first. Carlos, were you happy with Wesley being the winner? What did you think of the match?
I was not expecting Wesley to win. I was hoping Carmelo Hayes to win the match. But maybe there's bigger things in the future for him, for Carmelo Hayes. Hopefully, we'll see what happens from there. But Wesley's been in like a how do you say it? Like a how do you say it?
Like an afterthought
or rud or something.
I guess like a limbo in the past couple months since his partner got released and like all this stuff. He's been like trying to find himself, But I guess like he's back like slowly getting back up there. He's champion once again, but single champion. Hopefully they do good with him. He's good. He's entertaining. But I just wasn't expecting him to win. And the match was crazy. It was like so many spots, especially when who was the guy that got thrown onto the table? Like from outside like
that was Wesley that got tossed by Von Wagner.
That was bad. Like that, the table didn't even break too. I was like, what the fuck? But I'm sure a lot of guys went to the hospital after that. Like that's why ladder match they don't do much ladder matches anymore. And like it's like injury. A lot of people like get hurt doing that match. But the match was great. A lot of good spots. The win, and the winner was okay. I wasn't expecting him. That's the thing. That's all.
Okay, cool. Well, unexpected stuff is a good thing sometimes. I rock with you, Carlos. How about you, Tyler? What do you think?
These athletes worked hard. The issue I have with ladder matches is what Carlos brought up, the spots. It's too much that you can't keep up with the story. So I was let down by it. I'm coming at it differently. My mentality was there, great action. But other than that, what were they trying to tell me? Because I get more confused every time because there would be, oh, let's put them through a ladder. Let's put them through a table. I get ladders have to be used, but they can almost be used too much to where it's too gimmicky and you don't have the art that you're trying to tell the audience. And that's where I'm coming at it a little differently, but I'm not knocking it. I think they worked hard and I couldn't do all those moves. I just, I don't know. I feel like it was a little bit lackluster, let down, but I'm happy for Wesley. I like Carmelo Hayes. That was two of my favorites. Nothing against Von Wagner. It's easy to say he's boring, dull. I think that's why they have Robert Stone with him. The same analogy with MVP with Omos. I will say that springboard Spanish fly that I think Frazier did, one of them, I may have got somebody mistaken there, was impressive. There was definitely some good moments, but did it achieve what it needed to be? I mean, to me, Shawn Michaels knows how to do the ladder matches with Razor Ramon and stuff and all that. But it was different because you only had two guys. You've got so many and so much going on traffic-wise. It was just hard for me to keep up.
Yeah, I can get like that sometimes.
You got to think about the wrestler's health, too, at the same time,
Oh, you do, and that's the scary thing. You guys brought that up. I'm sure, and it's very physical, and there's going to be injuries, and I get they sacrifice their bodies, but that's the only thing. Unless you can really tell that story with these kind of gimmicks, and with tables too, it's kind of they're just there to be props. I mean,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
one thing though, NXT is famous for the ladder matches. Like they tend to do a lot of ladder matches at their shows.
But I think like for me, to be honest with you, I don't really like it when they do these matches just because it's like a lot of writing on top of it because you're like it's so much action. But that's obviously comes with the territory. It's part of the match. That's what it is. But I think maybe if they had less people in the match, it might be a bit easier for people to maybe do it because then it almost becomes like a spot fest in the sense of like it almost becomes like I think what's high. I don't mean to speak for Tyler, but I think what I'm taking it is that like kind of like what Triple H said about the Hell in a Cell match. Like if you're gonna, and I get this is a perfect match. It's a ladder match. The North American champion, the title is vacated. Perfect opportunity. The person that grabbed the title, you're a champ. Perfect. But I do think that if you were to limit the amount of wrestlers in it, it wouldn't be like, okay, make a move quick. Okay, done. Your guys are down for a minute. Okay, now you guys are gonna come in. Okay, now you guys are gonna stop for a minute. Now you guys are gonna come in. There's too many. Like, how many people were in that match? 7, 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think
no, there's only 5.
Oh, 5. Pardon me.
No, it's not even that many people. I mean, I was gonna say 5 to begin with. Maybe it's just they're just like not really. I think maybe what they should have done, and granted, I didn't see the lead up to it, and you guys would have to tell me, did they do a situation where like they all kind of came face to face with each other and they all sort of had a confrontation, or did they just say, okay, you guys are in the match, this is it?
No, they just had them like doing qualifying matches. Then like they never did like a face off or anything. They just had them doing qualifying matches, and like they would do like backstage interviews, like just like one on one, like with the interviewer. But yeah, no, it wasn't anything like face off.
Yeah, so maybe if there was more meaning, I get like the North American title wanting to be champion is great, but sometimes there has to be more meaning. Go ahead, Tyler.
No, there's got to be a confrontation. I think that's what was lacking. And to be fair and honest, I don't watch it, like Carlos has and like you, Ann. So it's probably not coming from a correct perspective. I'm just going by what I was seeing on Saturday night. That was a problem I was having. You've got too many participants in it. And I hate to use that word. You got too many wrestlers. Let me back up. And it was just hard to follow. And that's
kind of my issue with AEW sometimes. I'm not one of those stupid fans. It's like, oh my God, I'm going to bitch and complain. But that's one thing that I do bitch about is that when I do watch AEW, there's so much action going on. And it's like, I can't even keep up writing.
A lot of like 6-man tag team matches, all those like tag teams. There's so many. They have so many wrestlers. They don't know what to do with them. And
Well,
their talent over there, the talent they have over there is crazy. Like they got it made. But
they've got talent. But here's the thing: it doesn't hurt to slow down. You don't have to go at a snail's pace, but that's why it's important to have a tempo and pick up when it needs to speed up. And that's why I've came to appreciate the old school way of doing things, and it can still work with a new school way. Everything has to evolve, but have a balance at least.
yeah.
This is a random thought, and I think that Triple H is doing good at this. I also think a problem that's happening with like AEW pay-per-views and a lot of these shows is they're making so many matches so that every single member on the roster is a part of the pay-per-view. You don't need to do that. You can have like 5 or 6 matches and make them be blockbuster matches that you want to see. And that's fine. Like, you don't need to include every single wrestler. Like, when you order the AEW shits, your ass is up there watching it from like 8 to fucking 1 o'clock because everybody, and including their mother and their cousin Eddie, is involved in the situation. So
It's so
like,
long.
yeah. And so it's like, I think it takes away. But let's move on because we're talking about NXT Halloween Havoc. Speaking of Halloween Havoc, this isn't Halloween. I mean, it is Halloween, but like not Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose to me, I mean, that's a treat all the way. You even have to ask that.
That's worth it alone. I mean,
Ooh.
talking about making an impression. I'm thankful that we got to see Mandy Rose.
Yeah, I mean, who would hate Mandy Rose? Come on.
You'd have a screw loose, a problem, with all due respect.
So we see NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction. They drive up to this haunted house that Alba Fire pretty much like challenged them to go to. They get creeped out. There's a lot of people dressed up in different costumes in the haunted house. Alba Fire then appears from behind and grabs JC Jane, and then Alba kicks Gigi Dolan into a freezer. And eventually Mandy Rose come face to face with Alba. The two fight. And then Alba drags Mandy into her car. What did you guys think about this sort of like video, like movie type segment? Did you think it was good? I'll start with Tyler quick.
It was okay. I mean, I get why they did it. I mean, it's Halloween. It was a way to kind of change up the presentation, but it fell flat for me. I just think because it was more fun and not taken seriously. I mean, you can have fun, but if you're fine for a title, even if it's a grudge match, I want to see some kind of personal animosity. And to me, we've witnessed it, but not in this form. I mean, if you're going to play around before the actual match, then to me, sometimes you can take away from it.
I feel you. I feel like it wasn't necessary. I don't think so. How about you, Carlos?
It was cool. I enjoyed it. It was kind of like childish, so a little bit like going through all that like haunted house, but I think it was just like make it seem like so like Mandy could do the match on her own and like not have a Toxic Attraction at ringside, but assuming that they wouldn't be at ringside, you know. But like then we'll go back into the show like when we get there, but you know, it was just a way like to have like Toxic, I guess, like not there, so like maybe
my thing though, to be realistic though, and again, it's not. But why would you want to meet someone where you have to beat them up, then drag them outside, put them in a car, drive to the arena, get them out of the car, bring them into the arena, bring them down the stairs, and then take her into the ring? That's a lot.
Exactly. That's how I was looking at it. You're breaking it down actually better than what I was trying to visualize. That's exactly
like
how I viewed it.
My plan would be like, okay, if we're gonna fight at the haunted house, we're gonna end up, you know, someone's gonna win the haunted house. You know, like I don't want to have to drive back to the arena.
There's got to be some kind of price. I mean, give me a reward if I'm gonna survive it.
But it is all in good fun. It's Halloween. It is good silliness, so it's cool. It's all right. Plus, you get Mandy Rose, so why can't you eat?
I mean, hey, I can't complain too much. At least we do get the Mandy Rose. I'm distracted already. What's the next match?
Well, our next match is a spin the wheel, make the deal casket match. Apollo Crews taking on Grayson Waller. We'll dig in here with some of the information happenings of this match. So Grayson nails a super kick and a flying elbow drop. Apollo Crews nails a moonsault off the apron. Crews with a belly to belly to Grayson Waller outside. Crews nails a shotgun drop kick to Grayson Waller on top of a table. That was crazy. Waller then pokes Apollo Crews' messed up eye with a pen. He then continues to poke Cruz's eyes, and he pushes Apollo Crews off the top rope, and Apollo Crews goes through the casket. The lights go out, Apollo Crews is gone, and we see Apollo Crews come down the ramp with Druids, and they bring a new casket, a bigger casket, down to the ringside area. Crews ends up hitting a Samoan drop outside. Crews nails a big knee to the ribs. Waller slams the casket lid onto Apollo Crews. Crews hits a frog splash off of the casket onto Waller. Waller hits a stunner to Crews. The end comes after Waller mocks the Undertaker's throat taunt. He goes for a tombstone, but Crews counters into a slam. Crews nails a choke slam into the casket. He closes the lid, and Apollo Crews shuts up Grayson Waller. Carlos, I'll throw it to you now. What did you think of the match? A casket match. I thought Apollo Crews looked great, but what did you think?
You know, they both look good. They're both great talent. I enjoyed them both. Grayson Waller can be a little annoying at times, but that's his character. You know, he's supposed to be like that. But they're both great talent. At first I thought it was weird, like seeing that casket. It was like it's not like it would look like so wooden. And I was like, well, that's a very weird like casket. But then like they brought out the other one. I'm like, okay, now they're going more serious about it. But you know, that was brutal. Like him falling through the casket like that, just off the top row. That was pretty crazy. You know, they and again another match. I feel like they put a lot of like like the ladder match. They went through a lot of shit, like getting hurt and stuff. But the match was good. I kind of like felt like weird, like why is Apollo like coming back out when I feel like Grayson should have won the match once he went through the casket. But I guess like you have to like close the lid and stuff, and then like that's how you choose the winner. But you know, it was Apollo. That was a good win for Apollo. He's on a roll. He's on a roll. I think his goals like now is like the NXT championship match eventually. That's what he came back for. But you know, he's that's a step in the right direction for him.
Apollo. Cool. I agree. Apollo looks good. How about you, Tyler?
This match did not do anything for me. I think, you know, why fix something that's not broken? I mean, I could get the Undertaker doing a casket match, but it was just silly for Apollo Crews to come back. I mean, this is just getting nonsense, you know, a lot of craziness. I can't help it. If I'm going to be honest, this was very disappointing, a lot of the matches and even stipulations, to where I want some logic. I know it's Halloween Havoc, but can we at least make some kind of sense, even out of the casket match, as wild as that idea is, that novelty? It's just, and I like Apollo Crews and I like Grayson Waller, but for me, this match, other than them taking some risky bumps, did nothing. Once again, give me story any day of the week over the matches, as much as I like the classic casket matches.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel like this is a good match for Apollo, but storytelling wise, it didn't make sense why they're two fighting in a casket. Maybe they could have done like a blindfold match. It wouldn't have been that good. But if the storyline is that, you know, one character's eyes are busted, why are you doing, you know, you could do eye for an eye like they did with Seth Rollins. I don't know. But I too was a little, you know, confused with the whole casket when they first brought it out. It was like wooden and weird looking, but I don't know.
I mean, it
sort of
is
what it was. Yeah, right. Like it didn't really.
Great minds think alike with all of us, right?
Yeah, but I it's still Apollo good, and you know they were working with what they got. So, all right.
I mean,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I would agree with that. I'm happy for the talent. I'm just I don't know, and I know it has to be different. I may have to go back and revisit the old Halloween Havocs because maybe I'm getting a little grumpy when I watch this. There was only a few matches that were really appealing, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Well, We then get I didn't really care for this. We got a Chase U promo.
I love them. Come on, no, you don't even care. I love them. They're fucking awesome. I just love the segment when they eventually like curse on. Yeah, they're hilarious. Those guys.
So Duke Hudson, I guess, is a transfer student. Is the guy named Brody with the blonde hair?
Yeah.
Okay. So Duke answers a question right. Brody's pissed. And afterwards, he tells Duke he doesn't trust Brody. So obviously, or I'm sorry, Brody tells Duke that he doesn't trust Duke Hudson. So obviously, Brody is going to leave the group eventually. Duke is gonna, something's gonna happen here.
Yeah, come in and take a spot or
if
something.
you guys want to talk about this, we can. Carlos, you can if you want, because I'm sure because I know that you said that you liked it. I wasn't really feeling it, but you can take it if you want.
Segment their segments are always good. I forgot that usually it's always like a class, like always like a wrestling lesson. So like this one, like they were talking about like the previous time with Havocs and stuff, and so yeah, when he got the question right, he got kind of pissed. But I don't know, like Duke, I know Duke Hudson, he's kind of like a sneaky heelish guy, so like I would understand why he doesn't trust him.
No, I just
I'm with you. I thought it was dull though. With all due respect, I know Carlos, you liked it, but I wanted to fall asleep. I think I said that before you even mentioned it. It just these segments have to fascinate me. They have to make me want to watch them. And Chase U does nothing. I mean, the girl's my favorite part of it. She's talented, but at least she's something nice to look at. Thank you. And then I'm moving on. You're seeing a different side of me, and I don't know. This Halloween Havoc kind of brought out maybe the spirits out of me or something. I don't know what it is, but
I might try to avoid it too. I'm like, let me pretend. I'm like, well, that's gonna happen. So let's move on to the Weapons Wild match. Cora Jade taking on Roxanne Perez. Calm down, Carlos. Cora's coming.
Oh my God, son.
So Cora tosses different weapons in the ring. And Roxanne Perez has Cora Jade's skateboard. And the match starts, and Roxanne slams Cora's head onto the skateboard. Roxanne sets up a table outside, and Perez pulls Cora's from under the ring, but Cora sprays something in Roxanne's eyes. Cora then brings chairs into the ring, and Cora hits Roxanne's back with the trash can. Cora puts the trash can on top of Roxanne Perez's body and kicks her, and then Cora hits Roxanne with more trash can lid shots. Roxanne whips Cora Jane with a rope. Both women fight on top of the top rope, and Roxanne drops Cora Jade and gets a 2 count. Cora runs through the crowd, and both climb a scaffolding area. Cora Jade power bombs Roxanne off the scaffolding stage. This is a crazy moment. Cora Jade power bombs Roxanne on the stage. Roxanne nails a Russian leg sweep to Cora Jade off of the stage through a table. Roxanne then backdrops Cora onto chairs and nails a code red on top of the chairs. And Roxanne Perez is your winner in this crazy, chaotic Weapons Wild match. Tyler, what did you think of this match?
Actually, something positive. Can you believe it? I like this match. These two ladies worked hard. Normally, I'm not for all the gimmick matches, but the weapons, the way they used them, you know what? They actually made me believe they were mad at each other. Maybe that helped. And these two were going into it as a war. It was very intense. It kept me, interested. And you laid it out, Ant, so there's no need to replay all that. It was great. Impressive bump off the stage by Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. And I'd like to see more and to see where their next chapter rides next.
Yes, sir. Let's write that chapter. Carlos, how about you? What were your thoughts on the Weapons Wild match? Your girl didn't win.
Yeah, no, that was pretty disappointing. But she got the first win, so like now they're even. I don't think the rivalry's over. There's definitely one more last chapter to write between the two. They both killed it. I wasn't really a fan of Roxanne Perez before, but now I'm like, hey, I'm kind of like, I'm feeling where she's coming from. I did not know Booker T trained her. she has like as like a young teenager, she was trained by Booker T. So like that was very interesting. But yeah, they're I like how they're like it was pretty dominant. They were going at each other like he said like they were mad at each other. It seemed like but you know the bump was crazy. I was not expecting that. But I'm surprised. It seemed like Cora was getting up first. I thought she was gonna win, but I'm like, who really like had more momentum on the move? It seemed like Cora kind of got up first before Roxanne. After they both landed did they like land through a table or something, or it was like straight on the floor?
I think it was like through like a table, I think, and then
yeah, I think so too.
But, you know, it seemed like they both had they were both hurt after that. But yeah, it was a good match. Kind of disappointed Cora lost, but they're not over. It's not over.
So I thought it was a good match too. Interesting. I just again, I can't. It was good. It wasn't bad. What I will say about this card really quick, I liked how like there was something new or innovative. I felt like in every match, like there was something that I didn't see before in each match.
Like Extreme Rules, like almost every match was like had a stipulation.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to this. This is quick, and then we're going to take a quick break. This doesn't really need much to talk about. Shotzi comes out dressed as Beetlejuice. Quincy Elliott is a banana. And Lash Legend comes out, and Lash says that she would have been a better host. And Shotzi's like, I got this, Quincy. And she just DDTs Lash. I mean, we could talk about this if you really want, but
I mean, we can. I mean, if Carlos wants it, I don't have much to add, and that's not even trying to be disrespectful. It was there to fill time.
Yeah,
I didn't really care about it.
It just was there. It was there.
Yeah, let's just throw it on the show.
Yeah. So we're gonna throw this on the show. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna be covering the rest of the pay-per-view, or I'm sorry, premium live event.
That's what they call it now.
Premium live events. That's why I said it's like the best lubrication you could get in the world. WWE just
now you're reminded. Oh, I can't get those images out and I forget them. It is Halloween. I'm having nightmares.
Well, I'll say Mandy Rose now too, and you'll be fine. Okay,
oh,
so
yeah, that makes everything better. Yeah,
we'll take a quick break and we'll come right back. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back.
We are back.
And better than ever. Sorry.
It's so natural. You just can't help but sing that next line.
Face facts. Okay. Well, Face the Facts, we're the Uncensored Wrestling Podcast. We're here covering NXT Halloween Havoc 2022. I'm Ant. You got Tyler that you can see. Carlos Caribbean Cool is so handsome. And the lady.
Oh, man. The ladies
steal your girl, so that's why he's hiding himself.
Latino heat.
He's hiding himself because all ladies would love him if they got to see it. So he's doing all you ladies a favor. So, and all of your boyfriends a favor too, because
So calm down, women. Hey, just a warning.
Relax. He's single. That's all right. We'll throw it out there. Cross, we're gonna get you a lady, man. It's gonna happen, man.
Someone who likes wrestling.
Hey, look at him. He's probably blushing right now.
There's a lot of those. Yeah, you'll find one.
You'll get some chick that watches wrestling. That's all right. We'll find someone. Anyways, listen, he's untouchable though, so keep on dreaming. We have our next match, the special ambulance match. Damon Kemp taking on Julius Creed. And here are some notes from this match. Julius nails a flying dropkick to Damon, who has a chair. And it goes into his face. Creed nails an underhook suplex outside of the ring, which is cool to see. Sorry, my notes. Kemp tosses different crutches and he whips Creed with the crutch. Kemp then hits Julius Creed with a fire extinguisher, and Julius Creed uses the extinguisher on Damon Kemp. Kemp then slams the ambulance door onto Creed's face. And then Kemp nails a rock bottom onto the steps to Creed. Creed then traps Kemp in a wheelchair and he sends him face first into the ring steps. Creed jumps off the apron, but Kemp sprays him with a fire extinguisher as he goes down. Kemp and hip tosses Julius Creed into a crate outside of the ring, and then Creed spears Kemp through the railing. Creed then nails Kemp with cheer shots and power bombs Kemp through the stretcher. And the end comes when Creed ends up like saving himself. He ends up putting his hand out. The ambulance door gets shut on his hand, but he ends up putting Kemp into the ambulance, and Julius Creed wins. His brother can still be a part of NXT. I don't know who I tossed it to last time, so I'll toss this to Tyler because I can see Tyler's face right now. He's looking very like, I don't really care. We'll see what we think. Tyler, what do you think? Did you like this match?
I actually did like this match, so I'm going to surprise people.
Wow.
There's another match Tyler actually enjoyed from Halloween Havoc. No, I like the Creed brothers. These guys are good. I mean, I like the amateur wrestler transition to the pro wrestler, the whole story. And I like how the Diamond Mine is having their problems. I mean, I don't think they're anymore, are they? Now, I haven't been able to follow all the events that's led up, honestly. But these guys brought it. I mean, they were just throwing each other around, like you were saying, Ann, and I was very drawn to it from the opening moments. So if they're able to achieve that, then I'm all in. Pardon the pun, not AEW. We're talking NXT here.
All in.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
like that? Yeah.
It was good, right? They had some crazy moments. I agree.
They did. They did the dumpster spot where I think it was Kemp that threw Julius Creed in it. And then, it had the ambulance matches are unique in themselves. So all I'm going to say is that this was a positive for me, not negative. Can you believe it?
Oh, I'm surprised. Jim Cornette fan and nothing negative. Wow.
Whoa. I should have known you were going to throw that back.
I have to. Okay. Thank you, sir. Carlos Caribbean Cool. What are your thoughts?
It was very brutal. That they were just like going at it with each other. I love the Creed brothers too. They're really good. They were just going at it. These guys. I enjoyed the spot like when he won the guy. I forgot who it was, but like I think it was I don't remember their names. I know Julius Creed, but I don't know the other guy's name. What's his name? Like Kemp something, right?
Damon Kemp.
Yeah, so he like slammed the door on Julius Creed's hand. That looked crazy. Like he just like slammed it a couple times, and like but yeah, the match was good. It was good spots. I like the ambulance match a lot. I think the last ambulance match that they actually did was Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre at Clash of Champions, like 2020. Okay. But it was a good match. I think the right person won, and we'll see from here.
I agree. There's a lot of stuff going on. Chaotic match. Good stuff.
Yeah,
it was.
Hasn't went to W.
What was that, Carlos?
I said I'm surprised that he hasn't like left WWE yet. Roderick Strong like go with his friends because I guess he's there for the long haul. He's like he's waiting it out. Smart. Like Samoa Joe was like pretty pissed once he found out Triple H took a joint. Like fuck. If he would have waited a little longer, he would have. I mean, he got released though, right? It wasn't really his choice, but still.
There would have been a lot of them, to your point, that would have stayed if they would have been able to see and look into the future, knowing Triple H is taking over.
Yeah, like Karrion Kross, like he didn't sign anywhere. He probably maybe he had a feeling, who knows? But he didn't sign anywhere, and then look, now he's back. Now he's doing his thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. I agree with you guys. It was a good match. A lot, chaos. It's NXT Halloween Havoc. We can expect. All right. Next, we have the NXT Women's Championship. Finally, Mandy Rose and Alba Fire are back in the arena. They brawl to start. Fire nails a tornado DDT and gets a 2. Rose sends Alba hard into the announce table outside. Alba with many kicks, and then Mandy hits a spine buster and gets a 2. Alba nails a sit out slam and gets a 2 count. Swanton bomb, but then Toxic Attraction run down and pull out the referee. Alba hits a gory bomb, but the referee is knocked out. Toxic Attraction then attack Alba outside of the ring. And the end comes when Mandy Rose nails a kiss from the Rose and gets a 3 count. Now today, granted this will be dropping not the actual day of it, but it's been over a year now that Mandy Rose has been NXT Women's Champion. The year of Rose. Why not? She's beautiful.
Yeah, why not?
So, Carlos, what did you think about Mandy Rose retaining in this match?
I didn't really care for the match because it was so quick, but we need a new NXT Women's Champion, honestly.
No, we don't. What do you mean, Mandy Rose? What do you mean?
She's pretty, and she's improved. But I don't know. I think we need a new NXT Women's Champion. It's about time.
It's about damn time.
She could do bigger. She could do bigger and better things in the main roster. Send her off the main roster. I think she's ready to go on her own. I think we need a new NXT Women's Champion. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. I mean, I'm like, man, I like Mandy Rose. It's just like maybe I think she's ready to do bigger and better things. That's all. Honestly.
I feel you. Okay. I can't hate. I mean, she could move on to SmackDown or Raw and, take the women's title there.
Because honestly, it's like, I think she's learned enough. I think she's improved like all she can. Like, I think she's ready to like go back up and, prove herself.
I agree with you. She can kick total ass on the main roster. Okay. Well,
so many females down there like that. I don't think anyone's on her level yet right now in NXT, but they're working on it. I mean, there's not really much like female talent there that's like on her level yet, but they're working on it.
They're close. Okay.
She just like that's all.
Go ahead. That's all?
Yeah.
That's all wrong with RG, right? Then that's a one night. I agree with you. Mandy Rose could be doing better things. There is a big division down in NXT. We need to have a new women's champion eventually. She's been champion for over a year. But let me hear what Tyler has to say. What do you think, sir?
It did end fast, but they did what they could. It wasn't a bad match at all. I really like these two, Alba Fire and Mandy Rose. I mean, not just her looks, but she has improved to what Carlos, was talking about. And they were aggressive, but it was almost that they didn't give it as much time that it was hard to really take notes or follow it. That was my only dilemma. But other than that, it was okay. I really don't have a lot to add to it because it was so fast.
I think they could have done without the whole haunted house thing and just made it a longer match and had more story to tell within the match and the whole entire. So I think that's why it was shorter because they already used them earlier on. But
yeah, I think that's what put a blemish on it. And here we are. It's a title match for the women's division, and you got a little silly haha, which I know we need to get every now and then. But when you've got these two ladies and it's this personal of a grudge, and yeah, you've wasted valuable time to me.
I agree, sir. I agree. Well, listen, Mandy Rose, anytime she's on TV, I can't complain. So,
well, that's a blessing. No, that was the positive. I mean, she could. I've said too. I'm about to say too much. So let's move on.
Yes, sir. Down. Okay, this is our main event. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really get a chance to fully watch it. There's a lot of wrestling going on, and a lot of other stuff. So I'll just if you don't have to call it, we'll just talk kind of like what happened. NXT champion Braun Breaker defending against, as I try to fight off a yawn, defending against JD McDonough and Ilya Dragunov. I heard it was a barn burner. Tyler enjoyed it. Braun got the win. He defended the title. He won after a spear to Ilya. He gets a 3 count. I'll throw it to, I don't know who I threw it to last. I'm like losing my mind tonight. Whoever wants to take it first. What do you guys think about the main event? And do you think that Braun Breaker should still be champion? I gotta fix my hair.
Well, I'll just say some real quick thoughts, and then we'll go to Carlos. But yep. I think this match salvaged the show with some of the negativity on the other matches. This made up for it because you did have some big stars. You had Braun Breaker, you had Dragunov, you had JD Madonna, or how do you say that name? Gosh, I can't even say it.
McDonough.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I have a hard time with these names, so forgive me. I'll give you bloopers. But these wrestlers, I'll tell you, this was more of a wrestling match. I think that's what helped. First and foremost, it had story to it, physicality, and I'm not surprised that Braun retained. I mean, you got to keep pushing him. He looks just like the Steiners. I mean, you can tell it's in his DNA. Scott and Rick. I love everything about this match because Dragunov and JD are more to me, technical workers, where Braun is just more your power, but yet he can do some more of the fundamental moves, and he just keeps getting better and better in the ring. And that's all I'm going to add. I thought it was a good match, and so I'm anxious to hear what your thoughts are, and Carlos, is about this main event.
Okay. Out there, I agree with your thoughts. I'm excited to kind of see what happens. I didn't watch it, so I can't really judge. But Carlos, let's hear your thoughts.
I didn't get a chance to watch the match, but I heard it was very good. But by Tyler, I heard it was really good. Yeah. But Braun Breaker never really done it for me. He's gonna grow on me eventually, but like I think he's still very green. He needs some work a little bit. I'm not really the biggest fan of him. Out of those three, I would have preferred him to win, but like I don't know, I'm not really the biggest fan of him right yet. But it seems like WWE has all their money towards him, like to become the next top guy. But I don't think they have the money on the right guy. I don't know. I think Carmelo Hayes is much better, in my opinion, much better representative of the company could be in the future. Braun Breaker, he doesn't really do it for me, but he'll grow on me eventually. I think just he needs to work a little bit on his promos, like are kind of like eh, and then like he reminds you to a lot of like Goldberg. I'm not really the biggest Goldberg fan, but
Okay. I can respect it. I'm not really sold on Braun either. I guess give it some more time for me. I guess I don't know. I mean, he's been champion for a while now too, though. I feel like.
Yeah, he was on the first episode 2.0.
He's held it for a long time.
So there's a lot, but it seems like that's sort of the pattern here in WWE is that these champions have been holding on these titles for a long time, making them look more positive. But let's end the show quick. What are your thoughts? What was your match of the night? I'll throw it to you, Carlos, first. What was your match of the night from Halloween Havoc?
Oh, it was the Cora and Roxanne match. I think that was the best match of the night.
Okay, Cora and Roxanne, two pretty ladies killing it. Okay, how about you, Tyler?
As much as I like that match, I'm going to have to go with the main event. It, like I said, it really helped me be able to finish the show. And that's amazing because I normally look forward to NXT shows, but this one needed some assistance. And that's what this main event, its job was, and it did it.
Nice.
WWE really needs to hire us for their creative team, honestly.
It would be bomb. I can't really judge because I didn't get to see the main event, but for the matches that I did see, I would say the match that I enjoyed the most of all the ones that I saw was I liked the ladder match, even though there was a lot of spots. That one was good. Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez is great. Like I said, like a lot of the matches were innovative, so I like that component of it. But that is it, guys. Halloween Havoc is in the books, man. We're almost done with this time of year. It's sad. The next time you will see us will be we have our Raw recap, which will be dropping soon. We have our special Halloween episode premiere on Halloween, Trick or Treat. The landscape of the Uncensored Wrestling Podcast is going to change forever. Big Trick or Treat story there. Get ready for that. And a lot of cool stuff. So be prepared. We have some time. So Tyler, why don't you let people know where they can find you, and then I'll throw it to Carlos.
They can find me on the Rewind Wrestling Radio podcast. Got to give them a shout out, and Standing Strong with Waylon Myers, and also Back When with Danny and Tyler, and at WrestleBuddy.com and the GeekBuddy.com, and of course here, the Uncensored Wrestling Podcast.
Yes, thank you, Tyler. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And Carlos, any last words? Do you have anything you want to say to the people? What can people know about Latino Heat? What's your favorite color? So the ladies out there can buy you some of that swag.
Oh my god! I like blue. I don't really have anything to follow me. I don't really have social media. But you guys can find me here. I'm right here.
That's right. He's right here. He ain't going nowhere. The ladies know where to find them. Kind of like LL Cool J. Ladies love Carlos.
There you go. That could be a shirt and make it the color of blue.
Ladies love Carlos. All right. Well, ladies love Carlos. I hope you ladies love us too. Okay. It's all right if you don't. I'm a married spud, so it's okay. So thank y'all. Have this really turned like sorry. I don't know like what happened here. I kind of went left field.
Yeah, that's a good swerve.
Yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Be safe. Keep tuning in to this shit. I don't know how to end that. Like I'm at a loss of words. I can't wrap it up. Yeah.
You've done a
So
great job.
we're killing it. All right, everyone, be safe. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. We're everywhere: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. Tyler's doing the finger. He's getting ready to tell me, "Let's go, wrap it up, motherfucker." Land the plane.
I didn't say nothing. I'm just waving by. Seriously,
He's in the parade. You know, he's waving to everybody as they walk by.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm waving.
In trouble.
Wow, and we're getting a song by Carlos. I didn't
Carlos
expect.
is singing. This is great. All right.
No.
Be safe, everybody. Bye.